Enrique, I just got 3 more songs. Remember that Christmas party where we played that jazz stuff? I think we played Take 5, Favorite Things, oh, and Summertime. I'm thinking we could play that too. One thing, when you go meet with Pat, you have to find out how long he wants us to play. That bar's open till 12. Now remember, we only played till 9 at Dino's. We were 6 to 9. You know, if he wants 6 to 12, you might be able to jack the fee up. I mean, you'll have to play it by ear. As far as money goes, don't say anything. Let him tell you. He might offer you more than 150. You know, don't let him. Usually those big companies, they have set policies and stuff. So, you know, don't come in lower. Just let him drive the money and that. And of course, if he pushes you for the money, you know, 150 plus tips at that place is still going to be a pretty good haul. So, you know, you need to find out how long, because, you know, 3 hours more. Like if we have to get there at 6 to 12, that's a pretty long gig. That's twice as long as. So here's real simple. The 3 we played at the Christmas party. So we can make that last. And then we played Summertime. I think I played it in A minor, but I'm going to play it in F sharp because I'll be able to sing a couple of, you know, when I sing, I will sing properly. When I sing on these videos, I'm not even thinking about the singing. So this is just like F sharp, minor, groove thing like, I don't know. These songs are mainly for your improv. Summertime, the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton's so high. Your daddy's rich, and your mommy's good looking. Deep little baby. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh, then Favorite Things. I remember we played that John Coltrane one, which, you know, the thing is, if we're going to play a long time, we can make these drag them out, you know. A lot of songs are so short. It's like, okay, so Favorite Things in E minor. That was in F sharp. Okay, Favorite Things is... I'll sing, you know, a couple of verses, but it's mainly for me. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. I'll sing one more verse, then I'll just, I'll miss a bit. Green-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. I think there's one more verse, then when the dog bites. I'll just do the last verse. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on your nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. Then it goes, when the dog rides, when the dog did, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite thing. Then I don't feel and you can just jam. Man, Favorite Things is one of my favorite songs. I know it's Rodgers and Hammerstein. You know, they got Lennon and McCartney. Stevie Rodgers and Hammerstein got to be right up there with them. Okay, you know, I'm just trying to think because, oh, I got a PA from my brother, a column, the same make as Dino's, but just very simple. You don't do all the stuff Dino did. He actually had a PA of mine for 10 years that he used when he used to put on the Toyota Music Center. He used to put on professional bands. And I had this massive PA, and he's never given it back. So finally I went up there, I said, what the hell's going, you know. So he has these smaller ones, like, you know, kind of little, that he uses for mainly for the, what's it called, the jukebox thing. So I said, give me that one, you know, or give me your other one. And he's like, oh, well, I need that for blah, blah, blah. I can't get it up the stairs to my apartment anyway. You have to move it with a, you know, a dolly. So I've got which is really good because the vocals is important, you know. And we're not going to be doing any of that crap with monitors, and you don't need it for a gig this size. You know, you just play. I mean, we'll just be positioned where we can hear everything. I mean, I don't know. You know, you really want to keep it as simple. And I don't put amplifiers through PAs because you lose the amp. The whole point of an amp is it has a certain sound, right? You know, when you do the line out, you miss the amp speaker, and you basically lose a lot of the amp sound. So if I played a gig, the only way I do an amp mic is I put a really good microphone in front of the amp to get the sound of the amp, like the pros do, you know. So, you know, when we play, we'll just plug in our amps, and then we'll just plug two mics into that little column. And as far as the volume goes, we'll just have somebody out in the crowd too loud to, you know, it's not going to be very complicated. It should take 15 minutes to set up. Okay, all right. I'm actually sick. That's why I'm doing all this. I'm at my sister's. Every time I go out, I want to go home, so I'm probably going to be in. And this is actually a good time to start because nothing's happening now. February, March. I mean, the rock and roll season. It's not even in swing until everybody's at home, you know. So this is a good way to get, you know, infiltrated in there. You know, and a couple more things you might want to ask the guy is, can we come there during the day and do sound checks? You know, when people aren't there, can we, you know, because you want to get set up, you know, before the actual gig. So I'm telling you all this because I know from experience that once the guy says show up Monday, you know, you have to show up Monday, right? It's fairly competitive, this band business. I'm trying to sell me and you as professional band musicians, which we're not. I haven't played in 20 years, and you teach, but we got to tell him because there's so many bands out there that I hate to say, they're way ahead of us because they do it all the time. So we kind of have a better sound than most bands I hear. They're not very good. So that's just my opinion. Is there's not much competition, but they have, you know, they have all the bells and whistles down a lot better than us. All right, let me know what happens.